Hey, I'm Kanisha. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm here to talk about Warrior Nun Season 1, Episode 8. This episode, we got a lot of key pieces of information, the mystery about what's going on with the supernatural stuff and the OCS. We're getting little bits of information, which I really like. I like getting answers to some of the questions that I've had. And we learned this episode that the power in the Vatican that was mentioned in the previous episode is actually Adriel's tomb. So Adriel gave his halo away, became mortal, and died a mortal man. So his remains are so powerful that it's speculated, at least by Shannon, that his remains are strong enough and somehow can control demons, and that's probably why demons are anchored to Earth. And of course, they speculate that Duretti wants to use the bones and control the demons and use them for his advantage and for his own benefit, because of course he's a terrible person. This bit of information actually confused me because it just makes it hard for me to believe that there is a single warrior nun. So Lilith said in episode 3 that the sister warriors can't see the wraith demons and that the halo bearer has to call out its position and coordinate the attack. So okay, the warrior nun is a special, sure. But then Mary said in episode 6, when she was in the restaurant with Ava, she said that the OCS is everywhere because demons don't just hang out in beach cities. So okay, now we know that there are multiple locations of the OCS, around the world. Fine, that's fine too. But also, in episode 3, Lilith says that Divinium activates when the halo bearer is around. So all this information is cool, on its own, but I started thinking about how does the OCS operate in multiple locations at once, and there's only one warrior nun that can see the wraiths and activate the Divinium. Can Divinium vanquish demons without it being activated by the halo? We haven't seen... No, I don't think we've seen anyone fight a demon without the halo being near. We didn't see the fight with Shannon in episode 1. We've seen Ava fight the guy that was possessed in episode 6, and she had the Divinium knife and was able to exorcise the demon. But I don't know if the sister warriors can use the Divinium weapons and kill demons without a halo bearer. That's a piece of information that would be helpful for me to believe that can only be one, but I just have a lingering doubt about how many halo bearers there are. Of course, the fact that Cardinal Duretti has something, or likely has something to do with Shannon's death, does say to me that there is only one halo bearer. Otherwise, he would have pestered someone else to start doing his bidding and grab the bones so he could be evil or whatever. So that's the key piece of information that is telling me that there's only one, but there's all this kind of other stuff that we just haven't seen yet, and I'm how does the OCS function around the world if there's only one halo bearer? I just don't know how it works. Are they just sitting around doing nothing? Are they scouting and they have to wait for a demon possession to happen and get reports, and like I just don't understand how it works, and I would like to understand how it works, but maybe I guess it won't matter anymore because Duretti's kind of taken over the OCS and our crew isn't really a part of it anymore. But then that's like another thing. Duretti is taking over the OCS and the Cat's Cradle, and he's got Crimson and a bunch of the other reject sisters like patrolling the Cat's Cradle, and I don't know, just on the lookout to remove any of the dismissed sisters. So, okay. But like, is anybody working? Is anybody fulfilling the OCS's mission? Like, is that just at a complete standstill now that the people who were actually dedicated to it are seemingly gone, and Ava isn't ready to fight demons really? So it's kind of wild to me how much of a turn this is taking. But it's fun. It's a fun turn. I'm not like disappointed or anything. But like I said before, it's not solidified in my mind that there's only one Warrior Nun. So at some point it will probably become definitive, but I'm not quite there yet. So I'll see how it goes. Another key piece of information that we learned was, it was said in the journal that the sick and dying went like on a pilgrimage to Adriel's tomb, and it was said that they were healed. And of course, I'm thinking, can it heal Michael? Like, would it be possible for them to take Michael to Adriel's tomb? I don't know if that's really possible, so it might be more likely that they would need to gather up Adriel's remains and bring them to Michael. Like, it doesn't seem like Michael is leaving his room. Like, it doesn't seem like he's left in many years, probably since he started getting sick. So I don't think he's going to be able to leave. So hopefully Ava could like save something for Michael so he can get healed. At the beginning of the episode, we learned that their plan was to like take the bones before Duretti could get to them. But by the end of this episode, we learned that Ava wants to completely destroy the bones so that hopefully all the demons will be like banished from Earth or whatever. And of course, Dr. Jillian's not gonna like that. But would it be possible for her to like save something from Michael? Could she save like a femur maybe? And like I hope that it would be like a one-time cure, so that he could be in the presence of the bones and be completely healed, and he can go about living his life like a normal kid. But if most of Adriel's remains are destroyed and there's only one thing left, maybe he would have to keep it near himself. Like this is gross, but maybe Ava could save like a femur, and I don't know, he could just keep it on himself at all times in a pouch or something. I don't know. Like, it sounds so gross, but I'm surprised that none of the characters mentioned this to Dr. Jillian, but it's only Ava that knows that who Michael is and knows that Michael is sick. So nobody else would have had a reason to think about mentioning that to her. But of course, Ava only mentions that Adriel's remains might be able to power her machine, and that's how they are able to team up. But I wish she would have thought about I wish he would have thought about the fact that Michael could be healed if he is near Adriel's remains, like what was said in the journal. I don't know if that's even really going to be something that the show will tackle. So, I mean, the thing is, I don't want anything bad to happen to Michael, but I don't feel like he will get a happy ending. And that's unfortunate, but I just wish that would have been brought up in the show. But maybe it will be eventually. Like, I guess it's still a possibility. But yeah, I just hope that it comes up, basically. So in episode 7, Michael says that Ava's the key to the door, the one on the ground. And I've been trying to decipher what that means. And what I've come up with is that I think that the door is like a gateway, and on the ground probably means like it's a gateway to Earth or a gateway on Earth. And it got me thinking, okay, if there's this gateway, then what's it connected to? And I'm hopeful that this gateway to Earth means that like angels from heaven can finally come to Earth and like be present. I was thinking that maybe because of Adriel and he passed away, maybe that kind of shut off a sort of walkway between Earth and heaven from the angels, but somehow it keeps the demons around. But maybe I just think maybe Adriel's bones could be like a key to unlocking more visits from angels. I just really, like I've said this before, but we've seen the demons, we've seen the race, we've seen the Terrace, we've seen a guy get possessed. And I'm really looking forward to seeing more like heavenly stuff, more angels or whatever, just something from heaven. So maybe Adriel's remains could be unlocked, I guess, and be able to allow more angels to heaven. I just really hope we get to see more divine stuff happening in the show. And the thing that, okay, so I'm not totally sure that Adriel's bones are the door on the ground. Like, the fact that Michael said she's the key to opening the door means that the door is closed and needs to be opened. But how can that possibly happen if the door is bones? Maybe it's just some like supernatural stuff that they're gonna do to make it work out. But I'm not sure that's what he meant anymore. Like in the previous episode, I thought that the power at the Vatican and the door on the ground were connected. But in this episode, it seems like they are, at least to our crew and to Dr. Jillian. But now I'm just like, is that really it? Maybe I think I do think too much. So now I'm questioning like everything that the show is telling me. I'm questioning about how many warrior nuns there are. I'm questioning about is the power at the Vatican Adriel's tomb. Like, I don't know. I'm just skeptical of everything, I guess. But I don't know. I can't help it. It just, like, I guess I just have a curious mind. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not certain anymore that the power at the Vatican is Adriel's tomb. So maybe we'll get something else. And of course, if Ava wants to destroy it, then maybe that's not it. Like, it would be interesting if Ava destroys the bones and there's still something else, like keeping the demons around. Like, that would be a twist. But yeah, if Ava wanting to destroy the door on the ground feels like a bad thing. Like, now I'm just thinking about it, and I don't know. I'll see. I'm skeptical of everything, but yeah, I just don't know anymore. I thought I knew. I thought I like was on track with where the show was going, but now I'm just like, I don't know anymore. I don't know anything. So yeah, the door on the ground maybe could let more heavenly stuff in, but maybe it'll be destroyed like this season, and then that'll just be it. And then in season 2, there'll just be some other crisis that needs to be resolved. So I'll see. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on with that. So speaking of demons, whatever's happening with Lilith is absolutely fascinating. So she reappears at Cat's Cradle, and she's skulking around the place. Like, what is that about? I have no idea why she's being so secretive. She sees her, like, memorial, and she's been hearing this, like, high-pitched noise. She apparently has some kind of teleportation or invisibility powers now, because she's able to escape Cat's Cradle when Crimson is looking around. And then she winds up at Arctic, and, like, just in the hallway where Ava's training. Man, whatever's happening with her is crazy. And I can't help but think that because of her, well, because of how she entered at the end of last episode, I think it was, or maybe the end of episode 6. But yeah, she just showed up as in the cliffhanger, and then we see her have some kind of superpowers. She healed very quickly at the end of this episode, and it's funny to me that her memory is messed up. Like, she doesn't remember what happened after she got stabbed by the Tarask. Like, I just can't help but think she is becoming a demon, and probably a Tarask. Like, all that weird stuff has been happening to her this episode. I find it very interesting that her appearance in Arctic happened, it could be a coincidence, but it happened like right after Ava was struggling with her powers, and she was using the Halo's powers like more than she ever has before. So I wonder if maybe Lilith could sense it. Like, did she... Camilla says that God granted her another life, but I think, what if it was the devil? Like, did she make a deal with the devil, and they sent her on a mission to do what they've been doing this whole time, which is to try to get the Halo? I just, like, the thing is, what she went through, getting stabbed and taken to, I think, hell with the Tarask, like, you can't be the same after that. You can't just pretend to be fine. You can't just say that your memory's gone and I'll be okay. Like, of course we see, like, underneath her scab and her abdomen, there's some weird stuff happening. And it looked a lot like how the Tarask is designed, with the weird, like, lighting that's kind of in the nooks and crannies of its body, or I mean, you've seen it. But yeah, it just looked the same to me. It looked the same to me. And I just, like, I don't feel a lot of sympathy for her, because if you watched any of my videos before, you know that I think Lilith was involved with Shannon's death, and I think she's getting what's coming to her. I mean, the becoming a demon is maybe extreme, but like, I just think it's interesting that before her death, she was very fixated on getting the halo, and now after her experience with the Taras, maybe after her death, like, I still don't know if she's still human, but based on what was happening with her scar, she's probably not anymore. But she still, like, has a heartbeat. Like, Dr. Jillian was able to hook her up to all that medical stuff. So that's weird, but maybe she's still human for now, but with time, or with, like, is it gonna be a situation where whatever's in her heart is going to dictate, like, how she evolves? Like, if she, follows God's teachings and tries to be like the sister that I guess her family wanted her to be, and not follow Duretti, like, could she, like, be saved, I guess? But if she's not, then I think the demon is gonna start, like, taking over her. Like, could she have been infected by the Taras? Is that how she's gonna end up turning into one? I wouldn't be surprised if she becomes one, but I also wonder if it's possible to reverse it into, like, save her. I kind of feel like it might be up to Lilith whether or not she becomes a Tarask or whether she saves herself. But yeah, I don't have faith in her. Sorry, I just don't think she's a good person, and of course you can always change. But yet if you killed a person, like, that's hard. I don't know about that. So I said at the end of the previous video that I was excited to see more friendship moments between everyone, like when everyone left in the van and sort of escaped the Reject Sisters. Like, it seemed to me like we were going to be able to spend time with all of them together, and I had no idea that they were going to be formulating a plan to, like, infiltrate the Vatican at the time. But I was still down to see more of the crew hanging out together and more friendship moments. And then this episode, like, is 5 minutes in and everyone splits up. So Beatrice and Ava spend time together. Camila went off on her own and then eventually paired up with Lilith. And then Father Vincent and Mary went off, to find out where the map of the Vatican was. So that was a little disappointing. I did wanted to see them all together and how their, dynamics work, and being friends and all that kind of stuff. But okay, there's still more show left, so there's going to be more opportunities. But yeah, I did think that we were going to get a little bit more of it this episode, and all we got really was the very serious scene in the beginning with them reading the journal. But alright, that's fine. And while I was irked that the team split up, we did get to see Beatrice and Ava together some more, so that was nice. I want to say that they are getting closer, but Ava is completely oblivious. I'm surprised. Well, I guess because Ava was, in the orphanage and like didn't leave her room a lot, I guess she really did not spend any time with anyone that wasn't in the orphanage. So social cues, that kind of stuff, she really didn't get a chance to learn any of that. So okay, fine. I mean, it just, okay, well, whatever. To her, of course, in her limited experience, she had no idea. But yeah, there was definitely a reason why Beatrice was crying after reading Warrior Nun's Melanie's story. Like, okay, obviously Melanie was gay and Beatrice is gay. So, and I guess the backstory about like her parents like sent her away to a Catholic school and all that. So yeah, all of that makes sense. And she felt bad about being gay, or was like told it was bad. So yeah, Ava really is adorable, but like, babe, I need you to read the room, please. Like, Beatrice is into you. Like, she's into you and you have no clue, but I think we're going to get there eventually. I'm starting to realize that Avatrice is canon. I think we're heading in that direction. When I first started watching this show, I wasn't sure if it was just like headcanon kind of stuff. But now it looks like, okay, we're finally gonna get it. So cool. So we see that Beatrice looks like she's becoming more attracted to Ava. I'm really looking forward to the moment where Ava realizes that she's also into Beatrice. And because of Ava's background, like, I'm guessing she won't struggle with it the way that Beatrice has struggled. So I hope it's a cute moment, and that Beatrice is open to it, because it seems like she is fighting it, and all she's learned is to fight it. But I hope whenever they come together, it'll be cute and it won't be like heartbreaking, and hopefully Beatrice won't like reject her immediately and then have to like come around to believing that the way she is okay. So I hope it's cute. I hope it's like not heartbreaking or anything eventually. So at least we got that when everyone split up. Okay, we also see that Ava is able to meet Shannon, and I'm assuming that this meeting is happening inside the Halo. Like I've seen in some other stories, like there is a power that gets passed down and inherited to a new person, and that new person is able to speak to, or they're able to talk to the previous users or the previous holders of the power. I've seen it with Lexa and the 100, Avatar Aang from the Avatar universe, and even with Deku in My Hero Academia. So, I mean, this isn't really a surprise to me, but I really hope that Ava will have the opportunity to meet with some other warrior nuns. I just think it would be cool to see them and see what they have to say about being a warrior nun, training. Like, they maybe could help her learn about the Halo and learn things that aren't in any of the books that the OCS has. So it'd be cool to like learn about the Halo through the past users of the Halo, but I don't know if we're gonna get an opportunity to see that, especially because when Ava's meeting Shannon at the end, Shannon just kind of dissipates, and it looks bad. So I don't know if we're ever going to see Shannon again. And I hope that we would see more of her, because I still don't know if her and Mary, like, were in a relationship. I hope we actually get, like, some confirmation about what was happening between them. And the thing is that Mary doesn't seem like the kind of person to be really open. So I'm not getting my hopes up for her to, like, spill her guts to anyone else in the crew about why she's so gung-ho about avenging Shannon's death. I mean, I'd like to know exactly what was going on, but maybe we'll just never get the chance. And I hope Shannon's not gone for good, but like, did she die twice? Is that what happened with her? Okay, episode 1, we see her dying, and that gross scene where the halo is taken out of her. And then we see the Taras, like, rip up her remains. Like, so did she die twice? Really? That's super uncool if Shannon is a lesbian. Because I remember a few years ago, the barrier gaze that was going on around Twitter, and of course the death with Lexa, and then there was kind of like this fake out death with Nicole Hott and Winona Earp. So there was, like, it was just not cool. It was not a cool time for queer characters in media. But man, if we're not gonna get Shannon anymore, that's, like, a huge bummer. That maybe they killed her twice, and maybe she had a relationship with Mary. Okay, pull it together. But yeah, not cool. Okay, back to the Halo. Okay. So they have this meeting in the Halo, and I wondered if maybe this is the reason that Ava was resurrected. Like, I had speculated before that the Halo resurrected her because maybe one of her parents was an angel, or I thought maybe she was a reincarnation of the first Warrior Nun, who I'm just going to call Ari from now on, because I think I've mispronounced her name every single time I've attempted it. So yeah, she's Warrior Nun Ari to me. I thought maybe she was a reincarnation of Ari, but maybe the Halo chose her because of her future and not because of her past. So she's chatting with Shannon, and Shannon is she's saying that the Halo is a burden, and now Ava wants to be the last Warrior Nun, and also this is why she wants to destroy Adriel's remains. I would be cool, like, if this is the reason that Ava was resurrected. I'm still, like, not sure, but I hope the show tells us what is special about her, why the Halo chose her. That's still one of the questions I haven't gotten answers to. I've gotten a lot of answers to some other stuff, so that's been nice. But yeah, I mean, that's a big one. That's a huge question that has gone unanswered so far. And I mean, I think it's like a decent guess that the Halo chose her because of her future. But I mean, I still think she is an angel. I'm still hanging on to that theory that I had before. Just some of the things that have happened, especially the dialogue with Diego in episode 1 when she, visits him after she leaves the cat's cradle and has the halo in her. I can't let go of that dialogue. Like, it's very pointed and, like, I'm probably not supposed to take it so seriously, but I can't help it. Like, it sticks in my brain, in my heart, and I just feel like it's so important in that we shouldn't forget it. So yeah, that dialogue, I'm hanging on to it for dear life. I just really think that somehow Ava's an angel, and maybe that's why the Halo chose her, but it could be because she's going to be the last one. Like, it could go either way. I really like the idea that she is an angel, so I hope it's that one. But either way is fine. I just hope that we get some more answers in the next episode. I don't know if next episode is going to be, like, more action-packed. I mean, that would be fine with me. But next episode could be more action, more of the crew trying to, like, the next episode could be them at the Vatican and, like, trying to infiltrate it. But it could also just be something else. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm looking forward to the next episode. Before I start wrapping up, I do want to talk about the episode title. So this episode was Proverbs 14:1, and it reads, "The wise woman builds her house, but the foolish tears it down with her own hands." Initially, when I read this, I thought it was about Lilith. So, like, we see Lilith, like, she has been a follower of God, up to this point. Perhaps she's only been pressured to do so because of her family, but still, she became a nun. She joined the OCS, and she, is a part of this mission to fight demons. So that's all, like, building up her house. But then she, in my mind, goes astray, follows Duretti, probably murders Shannon or has something to do with it. And now she's tearing her house down. And like I said, she went to hell and is probably becoming a demon. So yeah, that's all terrible. So that was, like, my initial thought. But then I had another thought that maybe that title is in reference to the OCS as a whole. Because the OCS was built up by the first Warrior Nun, Ari. And now it looks like Duretti's in charge and he's tearing it all down. I hope the OCS is actually doing something to fight demons under Duretti and not just having the sisters on patrol trying to kick out the old members. Like, that's completely absurd to me. But he's power hungry, so whatever. But yeah, that's kind of what I thought about the episode title. Also, for next episode, I hope we get to see Mary and Lilith reunite. Because the last time they were together, that was, like, a tough situation, to say the least. But yeah, I hope we get to see them together again, and I just want to know more about Lilith. Like, whatever is happening is probably the most interesting part of the story. Like, the way that everything unfolded with her appearing in Cat's Cradle, and then, like, having probably superpowers, and then she ends up at Arctech, and, like, everything is super fascinating. I can't wait to see more. I hope she becomes a demon. I just think it would be cool TV. Not real life, but yeah, it would be cool TV to see that happen. So yeah, I can't wait for more. So last thing, I want to hear your thoughts. What did you think about Father Vincent's backstory? I liked learning more about him because we really like, out of everyone's past, I think it's his and Camilla's that we didn't know anything about before this episode. So it was nice to see more about him. I think he's probably one of my favorite characters. And his backstory kind of resonates with me because he reminds me of my brother. Father Vincent, he kind of was hanging around some bad people, some people he probably shouldn't have been hanging around with, and eventually he realized that, this isn't the way I want to live my life, and he worked hard to make some changes. So I respect the hell out of him for making that realization and working to change his life. So yeah, he's one of my favorites. Okay, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. So let me know in the comments what you think about Father Vincent. And then I'll see you next episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. Before you go, I want to let you know that you don't have to wait a week to hear my thoughts on the next episode. You can click the link in the description and get access to watch my next video right now. I'm sure future me has great thoughts about the next episode, probably insightful and very witty. So don't wait. Click the link below to watch it now. I'll see you there.